Yeah, and welcome to Papastache 102. So it's been forever since I've taught an actual song solo, and this guy, all-time favorite. I mean, top 5 of my favorite players ever. He's amazing. So there's a link below that's going to help you with melodic soloing. You know, this is one of the greatest blues melodic soloers ever. And so I developed a video that kind of, it's not this style, but it helps you understand how these kind of styles are developed, how to see the chord shapes within the scales, all that good stuff. So check it out. And without further ado, let's zoom in for a close look and learn this tunes. All right, so to do the song total justice, I would suggest a tremolo bar, a little vibrato from shaking it. But since I don't have one, and I have no idea where mine is, we're going to just get the vibrato from over here today. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off on the 12th fret. Now, I'm going to suggest something that you don't have to do, but the only reason I'm suggesting this is because it's easier for me to get to the next note. So when we start at the G string 12th fret, and then we go to the B string 13th fret and bend it up. Okay, and then we're going to go. So you're hitting the 12th fret of the G, bending up the 13th fret a whole step. Bend up again. Bend it down. All right, so. So I pull off and then pick it again. Now you can do like that with your third and your second finger on the D string, and that's going to be the 14th fret, 13th fret, and back. So if you're bending like this with your third finger, it makes it a little bit harder to jump up like that and grab with your third finger. That's why I'm bending with my second finger, because then my third finger can just hop right up here. Now as soon as I hit the 12th fret here and grab this note and start bending, I use my first finger to help support the bend. I mean, it's pretty tough to bend with your first and second fingers unless you're, awesome, in which case you might be. But for us mere mortals, right? I've seen people bend like a step and a half with their first finger, and my finger just shudders in terror. My callus just wants to whoosh right off my finger when I think about doing that. But anyway, so that fingering is what helps me out. And give it some vibrato. Make sure you hit that note and don't choke it like that. There we go. So it's 14, 13, 14. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide. Okay, so I'm going to slide from the A string, 5th fret to the 7th fret. And then I'm going to skip over a string and grab the G string 5th fret. Back. Slide down 1 fret on the G string from 5 to 4. And then grab the D note or the 5th fret. So that's now I'm going to do, all I'm doing there is I'm going pull off 3 to 2 on the A string, back to the 3rd fret. And then I'm going to bend it down a whole step. And then make sure you add some vibrato. So thus far, okay, now from there, we're going to slide in onto the D note and then catch the G note. So you're going to stack those two notes right on top of each other, and you can use one finger to do it. So slide in. Okay, so that's D, G, D, 12th fret, and then we're going to bend up the 14th fret of the G. Now he lets the bend down and then pick. So you basically pick it once, release, hold the bend, and then start bringing it back up. And as you get to the top of the bend, pick it again. So it's, and then, so you got it. Bend it again. And then you pull off to the 12th fret, catch 13th B, and do that pull off from 14 to 13, and then back to 14 like we did before. Okay, so if we did it all slowly. I'm going to speed this part up because it'd be like a half an hour. And up to... Okay, so this next part, they're basically mini arpeggios of the chords, right? So like a triad. So from C to D, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go 12, or excuse me, that's 11 on the G, and then 10, 10, and then bend up on the 12th fret high E. So it's G11, B10, E10, bend up a whole step on E12. And then come back to the 10th fret. Okay, so do the exact same thing down a whole step, which is going to be 9, 8, 8, bend on 10, back to 8, and then we're going to go. So what I did there is I go 8, 7, 8, pull off to 7. Okay, and then you're going to basically make an arpeggio that's like a D shape. Okay, so just picture a D chord in your head. Then we're going to go 8, 7, 5, 4, and then D string 5. Now that little riff there has been used in a ton of solos. I'm sure it was, this is probably one of the first places you'll hear it. But in the 80s, that riff was like a complete standard. So take a mental note of that riff because you're going to hear it a bunch, especially if you're a fan of 80s music like me. All right, and that basically rounds out the studio version of that solo. So again... All right, so again, if this is your first time around, maybe you're, live under a rock like I do, and have never heard this guitar player or this band, I highly, highly, highly recommend you check out the band, and especially the guitar player, because he's one of the most melodic, just such, nothing's too fast. As a matter of fact, nothing's fast. It's all just completely awesome note choice. So it's like textbook. If you want to be a really tasty guitar player, learn all the solos, and it'll help you leaps and bounds. All right, thanks for checking it out. Yes! Way to go. Again, don't forget the soloing link below. That video is not on YouTube, so check it out. And I wanted to thank all of you out there for sharing the videos and subscribing. The channel's growing like crazy. There's another channel over there that's a bunch of acoustic and pop and country, and there's rock over there too. It's papastachepop, so check that out. There's like another 80-something thousand of you awesome people over there too. So I'm super, super stoked about all the support. You guys are amazing, amazing, amazing. I love doing this, and it's all because of you guys. So thanks again. We'll catch you next time.